everybody, it's Christine. It is day 22. 22. I feel like one of those announcers or whatever. Anyway, sorry, I'm being silly. 22 days of 30 days of sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. Today's sketch is by Allison Krogsgaard. And what she has is basically, I'm imagining this is one photo. We got a couple of pattern, the little polka dot pattern paper, embellishment clusters, and then there's some stripy things. And I am seeing two papers here. So this is kind of interesting. These little hearts kind of a little bit random, but that's kind of neat. Okay. And I'm kind of excited because I've had this little October 2022 Scrap Room Flavors of the Month, Bella Boulevard's Spell on You in my collections over there. And we just don't take a ton of Halloween pictures, so it's been kind of hanging out over there just kind of mocking me. And I was going across my box of pictures. I mentioned this the other day that I had a box of pictures. I didn't know why I had them or where I came from, whatever. But anyway, there's a picture of me and my husband at a Halloween party. Look at that. And how cute. The purple and the green. OMG. It was like it's made to be. And I have these cute little embellishments here. So this is what we're going to do. I am debating, to be honest. I definitely want this to be the polka dot because that's, duh, it's polka dot. And I'm kind of liking this little pattern here. So I may be kind of going off the beaten path a little bit. Make this my solid, in a sense. Like this might be there. And then I'll use these. And then, I don't know. I'm not sure what to do with this one just yet. I love this strap, though. So we're going to have to see. But I'm kind of loving this little, y'all. These little owls are adorable. Just adorable. So, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I might use this to, mount my photo like this. Ooh, that's cool. I'm liking that. Ooh, y'all, I'm excited. All right, let me get going, and I'll be back on in a second. Y'all, this video is short because this layout did not take me any time. It was like just inspiration. I don't know. I have trimmed down the little moon, cloud, spider paper to 11 3/4 all the way around. Or, each side or whatever. And then I did trim my photo down to 4x4. That was actually the hardest part, was figuring out how much on each side of my little photo to cut. Now, here's where I should have done it this way, but I'm just trying to get this photo mat cut where I'm doing 4 1/4 so that it's, an easy size for me to make the other papers match, if I'm honest. So here's where I'm just trying to make sure. I end up snipping and snipping and snipping because I wanted the stripes to be kind of even on each side of the picture. The orange and the little turquoise. So this took me just a second to kind of give them little haircuts, but that was that. Y'all, I thought this turned out so freaking cute. I'm not even going to lie. The little ephemera and stuff is just adorable. Bella Boulevard has the cutest stuff. And if I'm going to be honest with y'all, I got into scrapbooking for the cute factor. My daughter was about not even 2, I think, or something like that when I was first introduced to scrapbooking. I had never seen it before, or at least not the way it is, at the time as it was. I'd probably seen books in a sense, where they glued receipts or this or that down, but nothing like, art. And the first layout I ever saw that I was like, oh my gosh, I want to try scrapbooking. It was just cute. It had those paper doll things on them back in the day. If y'all remember those little paper dolls everybody used to use. And I thought, oh my gosh, and the cute factor got me. So Bella Boulevard has that cute factor. So they definitely get my heart every time I'm looking at these they're just so stinking cute. So I've trimmed down my papers now, and I made them all 4 1/4 long, and then I kind of just guesstimated the size of the widths. And then I saw the little, on the back side of one of them was the little skeleton heads, or I think they're Day of the Dead type deal. And it was so cute. I go, oh, that's perfect. That could be on the end. I did decide I needed to ink the edges of these little papers with black ink because they needed a little bit of something to kind of stand off the purple paper. But, and I almost forgot to do the picture, y'all. I did those 3 sheets, and I kind of set it down there, and then I start kind of gluing it down, and I did have to pull out my T-square, although I didn't use my T-square the way you're supposed to kind of use it. You're supposed to put the little T part up against the edge of the paper, but I felt like it might be assembled crooked. I don't know. He misbehaves sometimes, so I end up using little hash mark deals to kind of line it up, and I'll put these on here, and I'm just going to line up these little papers. This is where I realized, oh, shoot, I forgot to ink the edges of my little picture here. So, as I'm doing all this, I'll tell you about my picture. So, that's a picture that was taken. We had gone to a Halloween party. I think my daughter was about 2, so this was probably 20-plus years ago, if I'm honest. It was back when my husband, well, God, that didn't seem like it couldn't have been that long ago. I say that. Well, it had to have been. My husband was actually teaching Krav Maga back then. This was at the gentleman's house that owned the studios or whatever they're called when you go and you have your lessons or whatever. It was at his house, and I remember, I think what I have in my hand is some kind of trash can punch, because I definitely drank too much of it. My mama had to keep my baby till about noon the next day, because I wasn't capable of, I wasn't being a good mom, let's just put it that way. So anyways, that was this party, and we had dressed as pirates. And this is back when we looked real good, or I did. He still looks the same, if I'm honest. But I was tan and had lighter hair and, real cute and all that kind of stuff. At least I thought I was. I had my little pirate outfit on. But we looked cute. I thought we looked cute. So I'm happy to have had this picture. Okay, so now what I'm just kind of organizing all these ephemeras. I'm just laying them down, making them look cute. Look at those little witches, y'all. Those are so cute. I mean, technically, they're not pirates, but that's okay. I think all this is so cute. And I just kind of organize all this stuff. I don't use everything. There's a few little pieces off to the left over there that I just couldn't really think of a good way to use them. And I mentioned in the sketch during the intro, I kind of pointed out the little heart up the top and the bottom, like kind of in the middle. I really don't do that. I couldn't figure out a way to make that work because all I had left on those ephemera, I had one shoe, but I didn't think one shoe down at the bottom was going to look right, so I decided against that. I pulled out these little foam letters. I used the white side. There's a blue and a white. I decided on this one I was going to use these little white letters, and I do kind of make them a little bit wonky, and I just spell it Happy Halloween. And I will end up, I don't put it on camera. I kind of thought to do it after I turn the camera off, but I'll put 05 because I believe this is an 05. That's when this was. So I guess that's 18 years ago. Anyway, I put that on the lower right of my, well, you'll see in a minute. I'll show you what I do. Because she had on the sketch like 3 lines or 3 stripes of some kind. And you might thought that might have been journaling or some strips of paper or something like that. And I do something a little bit different. So I do spell out Happy Halloween. I did also, as I glued those things down, I did put some stuff up on foam. So I'll tell you real quickly. I did the right-hand witch. I did the little pile books. I did the pumpkin. I did the moon, and I did the bat. All those are up on foam. So when you look at the stills in a minute, you'll see there's kind of dimension in there. And I do put one of the little shiny enamel pieces down. I thought to try to use the others, but I wasn't sure they would show up, and I didn't really want to, quote, waste them on a layout if it wasn't going to show up real good. So now here's my idea that I pulled out, decided to do for my little stripes. I had this washi tape. It was actually from a convention, and the kind of the theme behind it was actually Harry Potter, although not the licensed version. She kind of called it something else or whatever, but it kind of had little stars and little brick pieces, and I thought, that looks kind of neat to kind of ground the whole layout. I'm trying to think, do I do anything else other than my little 05? I think I fiddle-farted around with those ephemera just a few minutes, and that's it. So now you can see the 05 in the lower right. But y'all, this layout probably took me 20 minutes, maybe 25 if I'm going long. So I'm so happy that I got this one done. And this is so cute, y'all. I'm not going to lie. I like it. It's totally adorable. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Check out the playlist. Make sure you subscribe and all the good YouTube-y things. And we will see you tomorrow. Bye.